and he keeps the confidence going within himself.
First snap, they hand it off. Instead, play action, and it's a pass that's complete to the outside. Cassius Allen, and positive yardage well past the first down mark.
Traction play, but it worked very well for the Jaguars.
This is a group that gained nearly 500 yards last week. Blood moving out the pocket, pass incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. If you think about
player, you're the best offensive weapon. They think tonight is going to be Harold Blood's night.
Colby Washington in motion, the handoff running to the left side, and really nowhere to go for Gary Quarles as he's wrapped up by a gang of tacklers, including they've done through 5 games thus far. The snap, Blood looking quickly out, Quarles out of the backfield, and good open field tackle there by Kendall Bowler. Line. Jaquez Yant joining him in the backfield in motion is Marcus Riley, and the jet sweep to Riley, who's the speedster, transferred over from Bethune-Cookman, and thus far he's had a good start to his career for Florida. Empty backfield for Musa as he looks in for Riley again. Riley with some space trying to get a little blockage and tripped up behind by. After that gain of 17, they hand it off to Yant. It's an area where they have been inconsistent throughout the season, but they're going to steady dose of Jaquez Yant on this opening drive as the Rattlers gain about 115 on the ends inside. Davin Cotton and Joshua Donald. They come for him, and nowhere to go for Terrell Jennings. I tell you, a loss of 4, and that's an area where the Dog Day D has excelled for the Jaguars this season. There was just to explode. They hand it off, and a gain of about a couple up the middle for Gary Quarles Jr.
When you watch one-dimensional, because you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field.
Got a hand on Quarles, he gets away, breaks a couple of tackles, and Gary Quarles is off and running, spins, still on his feet, and finally brought down by Kamani King. But what an individual effort by Gary Quarles Jr.
He's one of the most dynamic runners in FCS football.
34-yard gain, they hand it back to him one time, and Gary Quarles gets to the outside before he's pushed down. Up last week after passing the century mark, and off to a great start here as he gets a breather, and really nowhere to go for Kendrick Rhymes. A couple of yards picked up on.
Younger version of Gary Quarles.
From the 20, Blood gets it out, pass complete. And there's Chandler Whitfield, who has stepped up this, that you just use balance, because that's what we heard from Dooley in the pregame. Blood keeps it, trying to sneak to that 12-yard line. It's right there.
Needed.
Right up the middle, and Corey Russell stopped at the 1-yard line after that gain.
McLeod, who's coming off an injury, they're winning the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They feed 23 one more time, and he gets it into the end zone, touchdown on that opening possession, and they march down the field to score.
Yeah, once Quarles got it going, I think the offensive line got confidence and said, you know what, let's go ahead and take nothing to even talk about. He's our guy. He came out early in the week to say, hey, we need him to play well. Yes, he can play better, but he's doing a good job for us.
Musa looking covered, but Kamari Young comes up with it, the tight end. Makes something positive out of that, gets to the 30-yard line after that gain of with being the signal caller. On 2nd and 3, outside and overthrows the intended target, Marcus Riley, who...
We know that Moose is very accurate, but if he's not on the same page with the route that's going to be run, that makes for trouble.
On 3rd and 3, and gets it to Jamarie Shareed, and Shareed picks up the first down after yards through the air. His season per game for Florida A&M. This time finds another one. It's David Manigo. 1st and 10 from the Rattler 49. Musa, play action.
Missed him.
Couldn't get it into the hands of David Manigo. Upcoming. Last time, looking, and that one was partially maybe deflected at his arm. They have been hit.
And coverage, take a deep shot.
Steps up in the pocket, looks, throws it out ahead, and that's going to be.
He passed the line of scrimmage, didn't he? But there was a penalty prior to that as well, which is probably going to be.
Back in the day.
I used to throw it. I threw it.
Oh,
I wasn't a spin. I threw it. Great tackle off the edge. I think it's important for Southern University to win one of these meaningful football games.
Harold Blood throwing in the coverage, sails it high. Jamarie Sheree looking for a return, and that's kick-catch interference as a flag comes out. Sheree tries to return. It goes down that sideline. And the question was, when did he signal for us? Things are sorted out in Florida A&M on 1st and 10. Musa handing it off to Yant. Yant with really nowhere to go. A number of blue jerseys. Dude stays balling up front for the Jaguars. Shareed in motion on 2nd and 9. Musa dropping back, dumps it down to Yant, and Yant can't hold on to it. Pass incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 to convert here. Pressure, and again, pass incomplete. Trying to run a little screen. And Taj Brown was in the face. Boy. They hand it off to Rhymes. Rhymes able to sprint out for a 5-yard gain. And they give it to him again, but nowhere to go. Wrapped up and brought down by James Ash. Not many have been successful in doing so. They lead the conference in that category, just giving up 71 a game. Tough snap handled by Blood. Once more, there's Rhymes. He's popped, but he gets the first down after absorbing that contact.
More this quarter.
So is that what we expect? I know you said Harold Blood was going to have a good day for you. He needed to have a good day. What have you seen from him? Are you ready to unleash Harold Blood?
I am, but as long as that running game running, I ain't I'm not crazy. We're gonna
And they hand it back off to Kendrick Rhymes, who's brought down from behind by Anthony Dunn Jr. once more.
And the ball on the perimeter, not at the middle, on the perimeter.
That's what you said, Jay. That's where they would find a little bit of daylight as Rhymes.
They're just too big. I mean,
from the 25-yard line, they hand it off, spun around, and really not much room for Kelvin Dean to run, but he is still the ground game. Just 7 total thus far in the rushing attack. In motion was Kareem Burt. On the flat to Kamari Young, and Kamari Young with a good gain and a pickup of a 1st down. Can get something going on this drive. 2nd and long. Musa finds a man underneath, and still on his feet is Kelvin Dean out of the backfield. And Dean, I know you do. We got one in the booth with us, Neil Downing, who's spotting for us tonight. Little trickeration here. Jamarie Sheree looking for some room and tries to skid by before Rasheed Lyles brings him down. And 10, play clock winding down. They've got to get it off in time, and Musa is able to do so just in time. So looking into the hands of Marcus Riley across midfield, and that moves the chains. Well, Riley was the go.
Away from man-to-man coverage as well.
4 for 4 for Musa, make it 5 for 5 as he threads it in there, and the pass complete to Shareed.
They have on the field, putting some pressure on this Jaguar defense.
9 to go in the first half. Florida A&M is starting to click with Jamarie Sheree. They've gotten him a few times and a couple of 1st down.
They know this defense is tired, and Musa's starting to pick them apart.
Looking, and zips it in. Boy, how many times has Kamari Young come up with some important catches? In goal, and again, not giving the Southern defense any breathing time as Kelvin Dean on the ground. Dean just short of the goal line, bangs around.
Going to use a timeout.
4 to go on the play clock, and they're able to do so. Hands it off to Jaguars, who leans forward and in for the touchdown. He gets in from
A&M starting to take control of this game a little bit, and the offense has to get it going for the Jaguars.
Well, this is Harold Blood time. We'll see what he can do as the pass complete to Chandler Whitfield, and
in the open space, showing you his athleticism.
Jay, we see so much speed on the field overall, and then stuffed in the middle is Gary Quarles Jr. Here's that conversions, 2 for 5 in this ball game for the Jaguars, an area where Florida A&M has excelled, flushing blood out the pocket, looking, and the pass incomplete, the intended target.
3 plays and out, and you know that up-tempo offense is probably coming from Florida A&M.
Both playing on the punt. Shareed collects it, bubbles it, it's on the ground, and who recovers? Florida A&M is able to get on top of it as Winsome.
If they don't hurry up to the line of scrimmage and keep going with the no-huddle offense.
Handles the snap, the handoff, and right there, following Jennings the entire way was. The handoff once again to the outside, Terrell Jennings, and Jennings staying on his feet before Jalen Campbell is by 69, TJ Lee to help spark that run out to Jabari Gassett. Gassett, first time that he's been targeted as Jordan Carter brings him down. Gassett
is there on the strike again.
2nd and 1, and the flip to Jennings, the pass, little trickeration, overthrown, and it's intercepted into the hands of Jordan Carter.
Case, running back wants to be a hero, tries to throw it to a guy that was in great position, double coverage. Jordan Carter, good job.
And a flag, sportsman-like conduct penalty. I made a mistake there and said holding, unsportsmanlike, so that 15 yards moves it forward. And Gary Quarles Jr.
Marshall Faulk. You don't have to take him off the field. He's great in run, great in pass. Fantastic blocker for such a small running back. I mean, Quarles is bucket.
It's been a low-scoring game thus far, but we talked about 2 of the top defenses in the nation. They have showed up just like the Rattler defense showing up right here. Dark Cloud defense, loss of 1 on the
jersey's coming for him.
On 2nd and 11, Blood one-on-one coverage has a man into the basket of Chandler Whitfield, and it's in for the score. Big offensive and explosive play for the Jaguars.
Throwing it up for grabs? No, this is not throwing it up for grabs. This is throwing it on the money. Perfect throw, in stride. Nothing that Winsome Frazier, the defensive back, can do. Fantastic.
Getting behind the defender. And Southern back on top. And another missed extra point. This one blocked, and it can be returned. And Bowler showing off on the sideline. Can he stay on his feet? Yes, he does. 20, 10, into the end zone. And that was an impressive play.
Ball, and you'll see Bowler, this right here. That's the athleticism right there, not going down. Ball hawk knows he's got to finish in order to.
The 3rd quarter. On the handoff, patiently waiting and running Kelvin Dean. A gain of 1 brought down by Jalen Campbell. Now, interestingly enough, in the stadium, Jay, they're playing music as Jeremy Musa swings a pass incomplete to the outside, and no band is injured, but they've got orange and green in the stands when they look up. 3 to go on the play clock on 3rd and 9. Musa going to the outside, and what a catch. And they're gonna say it's incomplete. David Manigo did not have possession of it.
This game is huge. You know, and as a player, you get hyped up when you have your band there in the crowd. Florida A&M's on the brink of a very special season. Don't hold anything back.
Chandler Whitfield bobbles it, drops it, ball on the ground, and who's recovering?
FAMU.
Florida A&M coming with.
Wow.
Coming up here with a big play with Marcus Riley, and here
That's just a poor angle and a great effort to come up with the.
They get great field position in Jaguar territory. They hand off to Jennings. Terrell Jennings with a solid gain of 6 brought down by Davin Cotton.
Field, and you've done your job, and this defense has played really well for Southern University, but now they got to dig in deep and make a play.
All right, Shareed in motion again. They hand it off to Jennings. Jennings, who got it done. He started to get that ground game going on the last drive. Another pickup of 6.
Florida A&M, we're starting to see it take its toll as they're wearing down this defensive line.
Play action. Musa looking, the defender falls down, and Jennings wasn't on the same page. 2nd and 10 with Kelvin Dean in the backfield. He gets the handoff and spun around and brought down by Derek Williams, who holds them accountable from that weak linebacker.
Coverage.
3 catches apiece. With the pressure, that one bounce to Riley. Pass incomplete. Convert. Risky decision here. Rolling the dice. Coach Willie Simmons says, let me find Kamari Young. Kamari Young picks up the first down and more.
Wow. You talk about having a
talented team that I've coached. He knows that he can call on a guy like Kamari Young in that situation. Inside the red zone, 1st and 10. Looking underneath. And just too sharply thrown, Jamari
versus man-to-man coverage.
Well, this is the time you want to see the preseason offensive player of the year in the conference come through for you. 24 seconds to go in the half. Musa looking, has time, and once more incomplete. However, a couple of penalty markers.
Still on the prowl, trying to get some points to go into the locker room.
In and out of the hands of Oxendine. Halfback Colby Gross moving around, inching around, and they find Gross. Bootleg there, touchdown.
Well, you had to know misdirection was coming. You know, backfield, you know, you're thinking everybody's going to run, try and stop the run. Well, Coach Simmons knew that as well, and dialed it up and had.
Not only out of special teams, but offensively as well. He says, for as good as our team is, we've got to keep getting better rhythm. A wide open Terrell Jennings, who tries to hurdle the defender, and Kristen Davis, dominant as I think we need to be, or can be. Musa sails that one high for Jennings.
You know, this is the
2nd and 15 with Shareed in motion. Musa looking his way, and it's low and incomplete. 3rd down.
12th man.
3rd and long. And got him. Oh!
He held on to that. Did he hold on?
Jamari Shareed, how did he?
University has to eliminate to give themselves a chance at pulling off this upset.
On offense, the Southern Jaguars, and a loss of 5 yards on the play.
Harold Blood, let's go. You know, as a quarterback, you want that. You've been waiting to be a starter. You're in this type of contest. I want the coach to call passing plays.
Isaiah Major swinging down Quarles after that gain of upcoming here, and each team kind of stale coming out of the locker room. Can the Jaguars convert here? They keep it on the ground once more, and Isaiah Major again on the stop. Florida A&M has it. Musa on 1st down, and shaking the first tackler, the would-be tackler, Davin Cotton, is Leland Wilhoit with a trio of yards.
You know how coaches know the play.
As wide receiver, single coverage to the bottom of your screen. 1 to go on the play clock, gets it off in time. Maybe some miscommunication there, and sliding and moving ahead for another 4 yards, brings up 3rd and short. Looking to his right the entire time, and the pass complete. And is it going to be Enough for a first down? Yes, it is, as Kareem Burke hauls it in. And that touchdown to Kobe Gross was late part of the first half. Dumps it down underneath, and that's Will Hoyt with nowhere to go and no gain on the play.
And starting to see more missed tackles from Southern.
10th grader, returning starter for the Rattlers. You know, on second down, he's looking, he has time, he has a man, and it's complete to David Manigo. And Manigo with a 15-yard pickup.
Outside, nice execution.
Quickly out to Marcus Riley, the speedster, but shielding him, or shadowing him rather, the entire way was Kristen Davis. Horatio Johnson making the tackle.
They call her to get these guys wide open.
2nd and 8, the handoff, and Jennings trying to bounce to the outside, and he's popped on the way out by Kristen.
In the middle, when Willie Miles is up there in the middle. Fun guy to watch play.
On 3rd down, has a man in good coverage, running step for step with him was Kristen Davis. And or can the Rattlers convert for another 4th down in this one? Led to a scoring drive the last time. Musa escaping the pocket, lets it go, and in and out of the hands of his receiver. It was right there, and Darian, I mean, we could go on, and that's just between these two schools, as the Jaguars have it on 1st down. The run goes pretty much nowhere. In fact, backward.
Giving him a chance.
Outside of that explosive play and 72-yard strike to Chandler Whitfield, he hasn't thrown it often, but does so here, and complete once more to Whitfield.
Keep letting Southern University hang around and hang around.
Here on 3rd down, trying to collapse that pocket, able to do so, and brought down. Big yards of offense in this one. They've primarily done it through the air. 185 yards on 20 completions from Jeremy Musa. He puts it in the air again, and once more, another dangerous throw sandwiched in between.
Keep an eye on number 81, Kamari Young. He's been the tight end, having a pretty good game for him so far.
Underneath to Young, just as you mentioned, the tight end goes up, ended in the air, and down. 13. Spreading the wealth is Jeremy Musa. He's hit 11 different receivers tonight. Pulls it in, and pass and catch. Under the 3 mark here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass once more. Musa feeling pressure, avoids it, gets out, keeping his eyes downfield, and bounces it incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
It has to be so frustrating when you coverage. Got the one safety high.
Bunch receivers to the top, going for it. Has Jamari Gassett trying to get some separation. Underthrown. 26-yard line of the Jaguars. Musa looking, going through his progressions, decides to take off, has plenty of space, but this one is likely going to come back in the area of a hold.
Absolutely coming back. Taj Brown got a good push for Southern University.
Musa looking, pass complete.
What a play.
Wow, right near the sticks is going to be important where they spot
the sack, but I mean, yeah, at certain points you got to let it go. He's your quarterback. You got him there to throw the football.
And he does it here, puts it up, and a lot of contact there between Bowler. Blood once more, right there, bang, bang play, but coming up with the catch is his receiver for a 15-yard. Your squad versus my squad, and if this means something to you, was an actual thing, we saw it there on the field.
Yeah, but a little disrespectful, and I'm wondering, how do you have two?
Has got to rally his troops and make sure they come together, play inside themselves.
Look out.
As this one breakaway. Here's the breakaway from Ed McGee, and inside the 10, finally brought down by Lund.
They're ready to explode. They're ready to explode.
On the carry, and there's Anthony Dunn Jr. to wrap up and bring down the ball carrier Corey Russell, who scored a touchdown. Up. Ball on the Rattler, 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They hand it off once more to Russell, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
They've been trying to
rushing at defense. Big 3rd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Russell trying to find some daylight and stop short. Dark cloud defense held him up. You talked about James bearing down. Ball on the 1-yard line. Blood gets it into Russell, and he stops short. Oh, they say he's in. They say his forward progress gets him into the end zone.
late flag, but Russell leaves his feet. Depends on, and then they start to move him sideways. Oh, this is close.
Woo.
That I stay with the call on the field. If the officials saw it, the line judge saw it as a touch.
41, better than 200 yards, and they're going to need him to come through as continuing to throw into some tight coverage. That's Jalen Campbell. 5 remaining in regulation. 2nd and 10. Jeremy Musa operated for the 25. Pass complete out to Nicholas Dixon. And Dixon just a yard short of the mark.
And running has not been easy. Southern needs to make it tight here and see if they can get a stop.
And the run by Kelvin Dean, and Dean able to pick up first down yardage and more. Jordan Monroe
down. That was Cotton not able to make the tackle.
Rolling to his right, pass complete, getting away is Marcus Riley. If he gets going, you better watch out as he ducks out of bounds across the 40. 4 wide receivers set. Musa decides from the RPO, take it down, running himself out of bounds, positive yardage. And a gain. Important, a 2-time captain is Jeremy Musa. He's got to be the alpha male here to take charge. And once more, he calls his own number. Positive yardage forward, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Into the offensive
drive movement. They give him enough time. Then Gross once more, who got a touchdown earlier, keeps it moving. 7-yard pickup for Florida A&M between Kobe Gross and Kamari Young. And this one whistled dead as a flag comes out near the 25-yard line on the near side.
Come in and do a good job of protection.
Musa has plenty of room on the right side, decides to go to Nicholas Dixon, and Dixon. You're on 2nd down, inside the red zone. Musa nearly intercepted, in and out of the hands of Jalen Campbell. Can bounce back and come up with a stop.
They're probably gonna make him pay for that dropped interception.
Musa lets it go and overthrows Terrell Jennings, who was wide open and could have walked
on that ball, and that would have been a touchdown.
34-yard attempt upcoming for the Rattlers. And it is a tie ball game.
Too much shoving. You hate to see such a good football game come down to a silly penalty.
7:14 remaining. Harold Blood tucks it and is stopped by Isaiah Major after Isaiah Major, one of those guys kind of next in line to be an impact guy. 2nd down, and this one broken up by Kendall Bowler. With his brother, you mentioned, his sister was a cheerleader as well. Here on 3rd and 9. And they try to get to the quarterback. Chasing is General Hunt. Blood able to escape, throws it out of bounds. It's the ball. Pitted at 19 apiece. High snap handled by Musa. Quickly gets it out his hands and into the ones of Kamari Young.
Quarterback position by Musa.
Once more, Musa back to pass and couldn't escape the rush up front from the Jaguars. First sack of the night. In their own territory, Young in motion. Looking to his right. Musa finds his man. That's Marcus Riley. Riley with 6 catches tonight. And to let time keep ticking off the clock, making sure they have the play right. Musa quickly out of his hands. And the first down and more as continuing to move the pile. A gain of 17 as it's 19, under 4 to go. Musa and into the hands. Soft touch for Riley as Riley is approaching the century mark in yardage for Florida A&M. Backs him up, still first and goal. Musa right there to Jamari Cassidy. Cassidy got away and into the end zone. Poor tackling there as he was wrapped up.
When they needed to get a score, they delivered, and good job of finding a passing lane to throw the football locker room. And let's see if his pupil can rise to the occasion for Southern.
They keep it on the ground, and the first play from scrimmage, a run, no gain for Kendrick Lyons.
If Blood doesn't make any passes, you're going to lose this football game.
Only attempted 14 passes tonight, puts it in the air, and it's complete for a first down to August.
But I'm throwing that football. Blood, go win it for me.
Blood behind his intended target, incomplete. Chandler Whitfield couldn't come up with it.
Front 4 from Florida A&M to disrupt.
Gets away, closing in, and that ball is caught.
Oh, the concentration.
How did August? Time ticking off, just over a minute to go, and they're running the football, Jay.
And you need to call a timeout now. The football.
They keep it moving on second down. Anthony Dunn Jr. is able to get to the quarterback.
Need a timeout.
Brings him down. Timeout's got to be taken, and it is.
Throw it underneath. Don't be afraid to take the underneath throw if you can hit somebody in stride.
Blood gets it. Chandler Whitfield.
Now you need
right
to get up to the line. Sense
close to
of
the
urgency.
line of scrimmage, 4 yards, and now this is the ball game right here. Blood looking, going to the outside, heaves it up, can pick him up with one again, and pass incomplete. That's ball game.
You see this one? I thought he had it. I thought it was going to be consecutive possession, but oh, good job by Bowler of getting it out at the very last second. That's not Bowler, is that?
What a ball game we saw here. Victory formation, the knee, and the time will wind down. And breathing a sigh of relief is the head coach